Clear Shots is brought to you by Pinecast. Use the code R-63F8FB to get 40% off your first 4 months.
Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots.
So I have a hypothetical for football.
Is it a good one?
I don't know. It's just something I thought of on the spot.
It's not good then.
So, like, there was a Facebook post that I saw a while ago that was talking about, like, which era would you want your team to be from? Like, if you were doing, like, say you're doing, like, a greatest of all time game or something, and you have teams from each era of football. But it was basically like, we could either have the best players, and I guess just assume that their skills would translate. I don't know. The best players from the 70s, best players from the 80s, 90s, the 1000s,
and today,
and then the 10s, yeah. Who would you want? Well, first, let's go through what the teams would look like. 70s, I don't know much about. But you would have the Steel Curtain Steelers. You would have Roger Staubach and the Doomsday Cowboys. And then you would have the Purple People Eaters with the Vikings. The Raiders were really good back then, too. But then the 80s, you got the 85 Bears.
San Francisco was good.
You got Walter Payton.
Back in the...
You got Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Yeah. Dan Marino, John Elway. Steve Largent. And then, like, Ronnie Lott, even. Lawrence Taylor. Then in the 90s, you could probably still pick Jerry Rice, Lawrence Taylor. But then you get Emmitt Smith, you know, Barry Sanders, Chris Carter, Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders. Who, like, in my opinion, Deion Sanders would be the most valuable player, probably.
Yeah, because he can rap, too. And make music.
Well, like, Deion Sanders was, like, he is the best corner of all time.
Yeah, he was like
right?
Dennis Rodman before Dennis Rodman was Dennis Rodman. You know? Making music videos and such.
But he was the best corner of all time. Like, I don't know if you ever watched Deion Sanders highlights.
Yeah, but that's... Yeah, the thing is, like...
Or, like, watch games from back then.
Yeah, you almost have to watch games.
But, like...
Because highlights are always going to make a guy look good.
Yeah, for sure. But, like, when you have Deion Sanders, you had a guy
like,
that
I could watch Alex Smith highlights and be like, yeah, this dude's fucking ridiculous.
Well, you know what I mean. There's a big gap between those two. Come on.
I don't know. Alex Smith highlights are pretty good.
What I'm saying, basically... And then, okay, the thousands, you'll have LaDainian Tomlinson, Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
Right. RG3.
Antonio Gates, Michael Vick, Ryan Leaf, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
And then the 10s,
Scott
you'd have, you know, J.J. Watt, Khalil Mack, Revis.
Pat McAfee.
You would have Pat McAfee. That's a big... Yeah, I didn't even think about kickers. The kickers nowadays are way better than the ones from back then.
Yeah. Like
Tucker and Vinatieri, even though Vinatieri's been playing since, like, leather helmets.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would almost go with the players from the 90s. Because you would have Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders, and then you would have Brett Favre. You'd have Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp, Deion Sanders, Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
You would have, I don't know, a couple other guys.
Bert Favre. You'd have Michael Vick.
I don't know. I have another hypothetical for football after this one. I don't know. I think a
You
team...
just come up with hypotheticals?
I think about it constantly. I think about football way too much. It's
hypothetically.
Hypotheticals. I just think they're interesting. But I think a team, like, if you just took the star power and you just had, like... Even if you had, like, Steve Young and then Emmett and Barry, and then you
Vince
had, like,
Young.
Jerry... Jerry Rice and Shannon and Sterling Sharp and like Michael Irvin. That one guy on the Bills was good. Andre Reed was really good. Art Monk was good.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
You know what? Never mind.
You could mix in Fitz.
Yeah, never mind.
You got to mix in Fitz.
You're just gonna be a meme about it.
Well, for the salary cap, for the salary cap's sake.
You're literally about to just be a meme like that.
I
wanted to talk seriously about something just one time, and you had to be Chip Chipperson about it. Like you had to be a dick.
Well, you got to have a salary cap.
Oh no, you don't have one for the. There's no salary cap.
There's no hypothetical salary cap.
You can only pick from that decade. Like, you've ever seen the all-decade teams?
Yeah, I would just use that one.
Yeah, but which one would you pick? Would you pick the 70s, 80s, 90s, the 2000s, or the 2010s? Chip?
What rules are we playing under?
That's the other thing is...
Because are we playing with the new rules? Are we going all offense?
Let's do, like, early 2000s, before the tie law rule. So you could still do horse collar tackles, and you could still tackle the receiver before they got the ball.
I almost still want, like, early 2000s, just because I get Ray Lewis.
Yeah, Ed
just
Reed.
because he could be fucking savage.
You would literally have, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. You would literally have Ray Lewis, Zach Thomas.
You'd still have, like, Darrell Revis.
Jason Taylor. You'd have Darrell Revis. You'd have, oh my God, what was his name? Who is that other ridiculous corner?
Clinton Dix. Antonio Cromartie.
Yeah, the Cromartie brothers. Yeah, there were two of them, weren't there?
I don't know.
Yeah, Rogers Cromartie was the other one.
Rogers Cromartie, yeah.
Namdi Asamoah. Then you would you would be your safeties. You could rotate your safeties every other play, and you could have Brian Dawkins and Palomalu, and then you could have Ed Reed and Roy Williams.
Yeah.
Or Charles Woodson, I meant.
Yes.
Champ Bailey would be in there. The secondary alone would be unstoppable because you would have Champ Bailey.
Yeah, so then you don't need to worry
Ed
about
Reed.
salary cap. Then you just pay those guys.
Who would the front four be? Michael Strahan? DeMarcus Ware? Who are like the other good linebackers?
BJ Raji.
I don't remember
Ray
a lot
Lewis.
of Brian Urlacher. Well, he was a linebacker. Yeah, who were like edge rushers? Edge rushers are so prevalent now. Like, who were the really good ones in the early 2000s? You had Michael Strahan. He was the best. The only other I remember Olin Kreutz, the center for the Bears. Oh, Warren Sapp. Oh my God, you'd have Warren Sapp. Keith Brooking. You would have Derek Brooks. You would have Rondé Barber. Tiki Barber.
You'd have all the barbers.
Priest Holmes, yeah. Yeah, early 2000s would probably wreck shit. Even nowadays, if you had Peyton Manning throwing to T.O., Randy Moss, Larry Fitzgerald, Torrey Holt, Antonio Gates.
I mean, how much money are you going to be spending on those guys?
Like a couple bucks, maybe.
You know what I mean? You can probably get them for cheap now. Put that team together now.
I think the 90s team would be really good just with Deion Sanders alone. Deion Sanders and Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah.
Because you'd have the best corner of all time and the best defensive player of all time. You'd have that other guy. Brett Favre. Because Brett Favre, like, honestly, the way it would go is Brett Favre would either win every game or he would lose every game. But that would still be the game you were watching, would be the one that Brett Favre
No, it doesn't even matter, because if your defense is that good, they're not going to score any points.
Exactly. So it would be Brett Favre maximum.
So all he has to do is score 6.
It'd be like, before every game, we'd just be like, hey, Brett, your dad just died.
Yeah. Just tell him that every time. And I don't think he'd ever catch on.
No. CTE's a bitch. Then the other one was, would you rather have a team that had the best defensive lineman, the best linebacker, and the best defensive back, or a team with the best quarterback, the best running back and the best receiver, but the rest of the players are all average. So like if you take Rodgers and Zeke and Antonio Brown, your offense would be really good, but your defense would be like, eh. But if you had a defense that was, J.J. Watt, Luke Kuechly, and I'm blanking out on a defensive back. Earl Thomas.
I think you could probably scheme against a defense easier.
Yeah. You think so?
Yeah. I feel like an offense would figure that out better than like what you could do with an offense to change it up.
So even more so, would you rather have a team that had just the greatest defense of all time? So like your dream defense. I don't know what yours would be. It'd probably be all Brett Favre and B.J. Raji. It'd just be 11 B.J. Rajis. It'd be 10 B.J. Rajis, or it'd be 9 B.J. Rajis, a Clay Matthews, and a Nick Collins.
Yeah, and a Charles Woodson.
And a Charles Woodson. A.J. Hawk.
An 09 Charles Woodson.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun. I wish Madden would let you do that. I remember playing one of the other Maddens, like 07, and you could turn this. Oh yeah, I was telling you guys about the draft thing. You could turn the salary cap off.
Yeah, but then you don't have a salary cap.
But then you can make your team salary. We should do that. We should fucking.
I feel like that's it's almost not fair on both ends. Like you just can get anybody you want essentially.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like.
But you still have to know how they work,
No.
We should do that.
I mean, you're only controlling one guy at a time.
we should play Madden and just make our team however, and then play against each other like that.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you can.
Well, you'd have to go to franchise and turn off salary cap.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Then fantasy draft. From there. And you're not going to get... Like, the other teams are going to have a chance to draft. So
yeah,
there goes Aikman off the board first.
Aikman,
you. Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Yeah, because you can't turn the salary cap. Can you do it in 19? Turn the salary cap off and make your own roster that way?
I mean, you can definitely turn the salary cap off. It's just a matter of, like, how you would get all those players. You'd have to use the trade trick.
Manual trading.
Yeah.
We should do that. We should do... We each pick it. You pick the Packers, I pick the Cowboys, then we each pick 5 guys. How about that? It would take like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you'd have to manual trade.
So? That takes 10
What are you going to do?
seconds.
Give up your draft picks?
No, I mean...
Give up your first round picks.
In the base game, when you can manage your roster.
Can you... I don't know if you can... You have to be able to save rosters, right?
Yeah, you can do that. I do it all the time. I bring this up because I made a roster the other day where I literally got rid of every offensive player I had that was making $1 million, and then used all that cap space to just get defensive players. So I had like J.J. Watt and Aaron Donald on like the same D line, and I had like fucking Luke Kuechly and that other guy, and I know I had Vontaze Burfict just because he's a fucking piece of shit.
See, if you do it, I don't know. If you do it outside of a franchise, it's going to make you way too overpowered.
You can't turn off the salary cap, though, so it'd be hard with guys that are making a lot of money.
Yeah, but then it's like, even if you do it in a franchise, now you got, like, it's going to be way too easy to do things.
No, that was the thing, was I wanted
unless
I wanted my offense to be like, they were all like lower than 75 overall, like every position. But my defense was all 90s and up.
I guess, yeah.
You never do that? You just do fantasy draft, don't you?
No, I just run with current roster, and then I make trades.
Dude, oh my god, yeah, you can make ridiculous fucking trades. I did the Giants today because I was feeling suicidal. And I blew up the Giants and purposefully got fired. And I signed myself onto the team that I traded all the Giants players to.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
I put like Odell Beckham and Landon Collins and Saquon Barkley on the Browns, and then I purposely simmed the whole season and then got signed to the Browns. So I had like Beckham and Landry, And then I had Landon Collins and Jabril Peppers and Jamie Collins and stuff.
I don't know. I haven't really done like position, like player lock type things in franchise in a while.
Those are fun. The toughest position is literally safety.
Well, I can't play defensive back in Madden, really.
Really? Corner is fun, especially man-to-man. Because...
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, in zone coverage, I get fucked up.
In man-to-man, you can, like... Or no, I have it backwards. In zone, it's easy. Man-to-man, you just hold A, pretty sure, or left trigger. But with zone coverage, what I would do is I would follow the route, and then I'd move forward, and then move back. And then you're in prime position to just press Y, and then you get a pick.
See, the thing is that they should just make it so you have to try and run with the guy. Like, that's the only way you could really make it difficult. Because if you're just holding the trigger, it's like you're not really doing anything.
Well, holding the trigger makes it so you face the quarterback, and then when you let go of it, you're running freelance. But it's good, like if you're running, you can like man-to-man, I would run freelance for like half the route and then tap left trigger and shift and fake the quarterback out, and then I'd get back to the route, and then you can dive and just get it. Like you can get deflections all day. The hardest thing is picks. Because if you're good at coverage, you're not going to get the ball thrown to you, which means you're not going to get any points, which is wicked stupid.
Yeah, that's how it works in real life.
Well, no.
You don't get any stats.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you can't level up that way, which sucks. You have to get deflections and picks.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it that like, there's certain things that really don't give you anything. Like even if you make a 3 and out on every drive, basically it doesn't really matter.
No, I think it just boosts the confidence, which doesn't do anything.
Like you basically have to get interceptions.
Yeah.
To get any sort of upgrade for your defensive backs.
A fun one, like free safety is hard, but I think I was talking about this before. It's hard, but it's super rewarding because you're just playing center field, especially if you play on like a 4-3 defense. Like Dallas or Seattle or Cincinnati. So your free safety is just out in like
about.
Yeah, you're just oot and a boot in a dupe zone.
Yeah. I just on defense I usually just pass rush and then I switch out when the ball's up in the air. Because I have good coverage corners anyway, so I know they're already on him.
Yeah.
So I just play like the part that matters.
The best is getting a team and like boosting up your front 7 and then just running a 46 defense. Because the way Madden works, you're gonna get passes, you're gonna get thrown on all day anyway. Like even if your team is the Legion of Boom plus Prime Revis and Patrick Peterson, like they're gonna complete every pass.
I have a 97 defense and I still get guys open over
Gashed.
the top.
Like you
but
get
what's funny is
starched.
Like they are always open over the top and I cannot do it. Like I can't get a single guy open to beat their receiver.
Do you ever do like the pre-snap adjustments? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I found once I started using the zone, you can adjust your zone coverage. It's fucking disgusting. Like zone coverage, once you get that down. Can't remember what team I was playing on, but they ran a 3-3-5 base. It might have been Denver runs a 3-3-5. So you're just running zone the whole game. And like getting the zone coverage, like the shitty thing is that if you do like a left side zone and they throw to the right for the primary route, you're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, I usually just run man because that's what works. Like, I feel like with zone, or at least on third down, it seems like on third down, if I run zone, they're going to just throw it over the top.
Yeah.
Somehow. Every single time. If I run man, there's a chance I actually fucking do something.
Running a man press, just constant fucking cover 2 man press defense is hilarious because the computer just can't
do
anything. And like that's the thing is, I talk to people about Madden sometimes. They're like, "Why don't you play on like playing online in Madden is so pointless."
Yeah, every game I've played is too like laggy.
It's too laggy.
Connection's never
and
good.
It's just cheese. Like the team will run, the other team will run hurry up the whole fucking
the same
time.
Play.
They'll run the same play and just mix up the hot routes every fucking time. Like, I hated it when the year Kaepernick took the 49ers to the Super Bowl, because they would run like five wide sets and have them all crisscrossed to mix up your coverage, and then they just run it with Kaepernick every play. And then you would do the one where you do the QB contain, so you're not getting a sack, you're just like kind of spying the quarterback, but then the coverage would be blown eventually, and then they would just, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing is you usually get, when you try and rush out to the outside and contain him, you get pushed way too far out anyway. He can just come right up through the middle or out through like the side sort of thing. I mean, there's always a way to escape. I mean, I've been doing it a lot with Rodgers. Most of the time I scramble out to the either side, but I've been like stepping up and moving like through, like diagonally through the pocket a lot more.
The best is to, especially with Rodgers, and I get wicked good success with it with fucking Russell Wilson, is you pinch the pocket around you, and then you just tap, sprint, let go, and then as soon as you let go, you launch a pass, and it goes like fucking Jamarcus Russell distance to wherever you're fucking aiming it.
You sprint and then pass?
Yeah, you just tap it. You tap it, and it gives your guy just enough momentum, and then as soon as he plants, you throw the ball, and it puts that momentum behind your throw. The problem is if you get sacked when you do that, it's a fumble every time.
Yeah, it always is.
But I was playing against the Cowboys today, which doesn't happen often. So I'm sitting here like, well, I play as the Cowboys over half the time when I make a franchise, so I should be all right. No.
Yeah.
Like Dak is weird because he has the clutch. He has the clutch perk or whatever. And every third down, his overall goes to like a 99. And it's dog shit. Eli Manning still has the clutch perk too.
I mean, I don't feel like third down is really clutch though. I feel like
apparently it counts. And then the fourth quarter, clutch is
that's what
the whole. Like when you get to the fourth quarter, the clutch perk comes into effect. I feel like
clutch perk should only matter when you're down in the fourth quarter. Or even just the second half.
I remember when they first introduced the clutch perk, it was so stupid. Because, like, you could do a franchise and just save up your points for your players, then give every single starter the clutch perk, and then when the fourth quarter starts, you would go, like, on a 21-0 run.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. It's just like in real life. When you go on a 20-0 run. I mean, I feel like that's not... There's too many perks.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is. Like they try and use them to make guys have personalities, but you could make a guy with a personality instead of you having a trait for it.
Yeah, like the way I think I spoke about it before, the way 2K does it with the tendencies.
Right.
It's super in depth. Like you can literally there's like 8 to 12 different
it seems like with that like they definitely play differently, whereas in Madden they pretty much aren't. They're not playing any different than someone else. It's just they have better stats.
Yeah. Yeah. Like 2K, I made a guy today that was he's a shot creator. So he only shoots off dribble. So I bumped he can't shoot standing still. His standing 3 is like a 62, but his off dribble 3 is like an 88. So I can be full sprint and then I launch a shot and it's buckets every time.
Yeah.
But if I'm standing still in the corner going like this, they pass it to me. It's like bricks.
It's like playing NBA Jam.
Yeah.
You like sprint down the court and then just fire 3 off from like basically half court and sink it every time because you have a 10 out of 10 3-point shot rating.
We should do that after this though.
What? Shoot three pointers?
The Madden thing. You pick the Packers, I pick the Cowboys, and we each pick 5 players to add to the team. Just play a game of like 6-minute quarters.
How are we gonna sink buckets?
We both get Justin Tucker. Field goals only.
Yeah, we only are allowed to. You can't. If you're in the red zone, you can't run a play, and if you break loose. You have to run out of bounds at the 1 and kick a field goal on first and goal.
But I just and I hated it. I never liked Madden multiplayer. I like playing against people like in the same room.
Yeah, I'll do that. But
That's
it's not,
wicked fun.
It's
But
not. There's too much fucking stupid shit on.
there's too
online.
much randomness in Madden.
I remember in 17 they would just run 4 verticals every time.
Yeah. And then they would have the 2 inside guys do slants. So your zone coverage would be fucked.
Yeah, and then either somebody gets beat on the outside or they just throw it over the middle.
Yeah.
And then they hurry up. And
Yeah,
then
there
like,
was
why?
Yeah. There was never a thing where like it shows you the statistic for it, but it doesn't ever adjust your game where it lets you know what plays that the defense or the offense is running. Like it'll be like, oh, this game on third down, the Packers have been running, Spider 2-eye banana. But it doesn't give you an advantage if they call it again. That's what it should do, is if you call the same play multiple times, the defense should get like a boost to it because they're so used to seeing that play,
Yeah. Well, it should be like Tecmo Bowl where you
just play with
there's
Bo Jackson.
4 plays and you have to guess which play the team's going to run.
Yeah.
And if you guess it correctly, you get a sack. Tecmo Super Bowl. Tecmo there's a new one, right? There was one for
Tecmo
360
Retro or some shit.
There was one for the 360 that's like a remaster version.
Yeah, wasn't it? It's called like Retro.
Tecmo Bowl Throwback or
I
something.
think that's what it was.
It was like Halo the Master Chief Collection where you could switch between the graphics.
Could you really?
Yeah. That's what I read. Oh, here we go. Tecmo Bowl Throwback. Dallas Cowboys Redskins. This will be a good one. Because it's basically the original Tecmo Bowl, but like it has a new skin to it, basically. Oh, it looks great, though. I'm pretty sure it's 360. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing a new season for us, too. Look at that. Is he going to do casual, or... Look at how officially licensed this game is.
Wow.
There's the Detroit Falcons. The Philadelphia Devils.
The Dallas Birds? The Dallas Vultures? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the Dallas...
It's just the Dallas Sparrows.
the Dallas regular ass birds.
the Dallas fucking grain silo pigeons. Oh my god, these teams. Hang on, I want to go back.
Look at that, Tony Romo.
I just want to get that nostalgia boner for a second. Fucking Romo, Vickers, DeMarco Murray, fucking Philip Tanner, Julius Jones, Dez Bryant, Miles Austin, Kevin Ogletree, Dwayne Harris, Jason Witten, Miles Austin. Then who you got there? You got fucking
Claiborne.
Yep, you got Jay Ratliff, Jason Hatcher.
Sean
you got
Lee,
fucking
DeMarcus
Anthony
Ware.
Spencer, Sean Lee, DeMarcus Ware, Claiborne, Barry Church. Is that Sensabaugh? Right above Church,
Looks like it.
Gerald Sensabaugh and Brandon Carr. Yeah, let's go back. I'm pretty sure it's Gerald Sensabaugh. What the fuck happened to that guy? He was like a decent safety and he disappeared. Like he was like a
pushover, dude.
slightly above average safety, and he played for Dallas. And I
There's
think
Randy Orton.
I think what happened was he didn't re-sign with Dallas because he's like, nah, fuck that. I'll go to a different team. And then, surprise, surprise, that didn't happen.
Look at that. He's going to play against...
So this was just like Tecmo Bowl, but with like kind of 3D graphics.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this looks actually not that bad. For a Tecmo Bowl, the Washington Lightning.
That's what it is.
The Washington Tampa Bay Lightning. They got Vinny LeCavalier playing center.
Look at that. Real graphics. There it is. Oh, sit down. It looks like there's more plays, though. Yeah, because there was only 4 different plays in the original Tecmo Bowl. There you go. Get on him. Get on him. Get on him. Get on him. Look at all the time he's got. What? He's just standing there.
Hey, he didn't run at all.
What a fucking bitch. Yeah, there's.
I played.
8
You know
plays.
what fucking football game I grew up with?
I used to
was,
always run as the. You got to always play as the. Well, I always play as the safety, and then I would just run pass defense every time. And if they run, you just come up and stop it.
I played this one. This was my favorite one. This was my favorite one for play calling because the play calling took up your whole screen. Oh, there she is again.
It's only the 3rd time we've seen that.
Fucking love it. Did you ever play the college football games? I know Bill is. Oh, happy birthday, Bill! By the way,
Yeah.
you know,
Sup, Bill?
happy birthday. Hope you're
Shout
listening.
out to Bill for his old birthday. Old birthday, Bill.
Yeah, birthday Billy.
It's in the
Oh
game.
my god. Let's skip to this shit. Yep. Yeah,
my
I
God.
actually remember this exactly. Yeah, the play calling in this was so perfect.
Yeah, see this
Dude,
one-
I remember my cousin Brett used to school the shit out of me in this game.
This game's too easy. Look at that. He's wide open. Triple coverage.
Yeah.
Comes down with it in his chest. It's not even a fucking jump ball.
I don't think Brett has or ever will listen to this podcast, but if you are, Brett, I want to let
Shout
you know
out to
that
Brett.
I
Birthday Brett.
appreciate and love you for getting me into college football back when I was a wee lad. Because he was the only guy I knew, the only person I knew ever that had all the college football games.
Yeah.
And
He had to have.
and I was like, I don't get it. Where's the Cowboys? And he goes, no, it's college. And I go, oh, where's
No,
Oswego State? And he goes, no, it's real college. And I go, oh,
Yeah, it's not a real college.
yeah. And then it was like, I remember I always played as Arizona State because their offense was an A++ and their defense was like a D-, and I would just run fucking 4 verticals every play.
I always
Like,
played as Michigan.
that was back when they had Tim Bradley.
Yeah. Well, they also had cool helmets. They still do have cool helmets.
They still do, yeah.
That's
They're-
why, though. That's why
the
I
helmets are
liked
the
them.
best. The streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to use them and I used to use the Rams because they had cool helmets also.
Yeah. Dude, I remember like the sports games when we were younger were so actually bad.
Yeah.
They were actually so bad.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they're still better than Madden now.
They really are too.
You got to get Madden 07. That's the one. 03 was fucking great, too.
That was my
02 and 03 were so fucking good.
03 was dope because you had the trading cards and you could have Andrew WK be your quarterback.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you can do and then you can you can go to EA Tracks and turn off every song
Except for Party Hard. I remember 07 was dope because it had the superstar mode, but I definitely have talked about this before, but it had the superstar mode where you would get perks.
Yeah.
The better you got, each drive you could pick your play style.
Yeah, and you
So,
get more
like,
perks.
Yeah, so if you were a running back, you could pick to either be like lone wolf.
The bus. You could be the bus.
You could actually. But I remember the lone wolf one was the coolest because nobody else on your team would get boosts, but you would get a shit ton of boosts. Like your speed would go up and your everything else. And then like there was the one.
I just like building trucking running backs in Madden because
so
that's the only thing I ever do. Like I usually just run up the middle. So like if I get to the second level of the defense, I'm not gonna like spin move them, the fucking linebacker or something. I'm gonna just run him over.
Yeah, I know. As soon as because it used to just be break tackle.
Yeah. I
as soon
cover
as-
the ball with like right bumper or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I just use the hit stick.
Oh yeah. As soon as trucking became a thing
Yeah,
in Madden,
it made it
was
way more fun.
over. It
Just
was
'cause-
so dope.
Yeah, just because like it felt like I feel like running the ball feels so much better now, just because you can cover the ball, like protect the ball.
And then you can hold left trigger and do the highlight moves.
Mm-hmm. I always do that, and then I use I either juke or I fucking basically just truck. But the thing is, like, the other day I did a spin move and it fucking raped somebody.
Oh,
And I never use spin moves.
dude,
It was like a half juke, and then he spun the other way.
that's like when you do the highlight spins, like making a speed running back and having your spin move and your elusiveness maxed out is hilarious.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do.
Because you just become Barry Sanders. It's so good because you'll like. There is the one, and then if you do the defensive end, you can do the DeMarcus Ware fake spin.
Yeah.
That's just way too good.
I just don't I don't get pass rushing in those games now. It's like you basically as soon as you're blocked, it gives you the button to press, but when you press the button, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
So why is the button there? Like, don't tell me to press X if it's not going to work.
Yeah, I find with D linemen, I just always pinch them in just to stop the run.
I usually I press X to do like a power move if they're passing, and I press A to just spin off the tackle and if they're running, just because it seems to work better for some reason. I don't know what that is, but I mean, usually it's just because I'm already pushing A, so I can just spam A to tackle him too. Yeah. So
I think part of it is that so many teams have good tackles and so many teams have good defensive ends that Madden just nullified both of them.
Yeah,
because it's impossible to make like a JJ Watt character in the creative player mode.
It's like even with like a 99 overall linebacker, you don't get sacks.
No,
because they just throw it away as soon as you get there.
And the best is when you oh my god, when you break the fucking offensive line. And you're just about to get the sack, and then like the DT takes it. Yeah. So it's like, oh, cool. All right, BJ Raji, you can have that. You fucking asshole.
Yeah, but you once in a while you get a 0.5 sack. So. Yeah.
I remember there was one game I played where my guy had 3.5 sacks, and they were all just half sacks.
That's all you need is half sacks. It's a sack and a half. I wonder, could you get a sack and a half?
No.
Is that possible on one play?
Thought it was funny.
It'd be like a forced fumble plus a sack.
It'd be funny if you could do like you sack the guy to force a fumble, and then somebody else picks it up, and then they go to throw it, and then you get another sack. I wonder if that's a rule, because like you can do a forward pass as long as you're behind the line of scrimmage, right? If you force a fumble, they're allowed to pass it, aren't they? Or no?
I don't think so. I think if it's ruled a fumble,
if the ball hits the ground behind you.
Yeah.
Well, how does it work if you do like
I don't know, then you could just scheme up a play around
if you do
that,
if you do like a pitch play and you miss the pitch and then the running back picks it up and then throws it, that counts. And that's still a forced fumble technically.
Yeah, like the Dolphins.
Yeah, that play was crazy. Did you see the game-winning play for the Cowboys game?
Yes.
Amari Cooper, the tip pass, tipped it right to him. Yeah. Oh, my nipples.
I mean, he tipped it to himself, kind of.
He tipped it. No, the other guy tipped it. The fucking defensive player did.
Oh, what an idiot.
He back-fisted it thinking he hit it out of the fucking play.
He doesn't play enough Madden, dude.
No, he doesn't.
Because all he had to do, all he was doing was holding Y.
Yep, that's all he had to do.
What a shame.
And
just
it was funny, too, because Amari Cooper was like, yeah, he knew I was running a slant. So I ran a slant. And
he held Y.
And he made a good play, but I was running a slant, so I made the play. He's like, I've been running slants all day.
I've been running slants for
35 years. Hang on, you're actually stepping on the cord still.
I'm not stepping on the cord.
Well,
it's your headphones then.
It's my headphones?
Because mine are fine. You know what I mean? Mine sound great. I got great headphones right now.
Okay.
I don't know about you.
Well, check the cord. It's under your foot.
It's not on my foot. It sits right here. What? Maybe it's your cord has a short.
I'll put it in the other one.
Maybe it's your short has a cord.
See, now it sounds fine. It's that input.
It's not the input.
Yeah, okay.
You're just messing around.
Okay.
Look at that. It looks fine.
Yup. Okay.
Okay.
You don't even play Doom. I don't even know where that shirt is. I think he actually took it from me.
The Doom shirt?
The Doom shirt, yeah. Remember that shirt?
Nope.
I had a black shirt
Said
that was
Doom?
just the cover of Doom, like the original cover.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I wore it all the time.
Yeah, you should have worn it more.
I wish I could find
If
it.
you were wearing it all the time, it wouldn't have got stolen.
You got a point. You got me there.
Do you take showers at night or in the morning? Because it freaks me out when people do it at night. I used to do it at night, but I can't do it at night anymore.
No, because usually I take a shower when I get out of work at like 3:30, and then that's my shower. And then I don't shower until I get out of work the next day. But like today, I showered in the morning.
It's like a midday shower, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
weird.
take a shower like midday. And if I'm doing anything afterward, then I'll take a shower at night, or I'll take one early in the morning. The problem is everybody in the house wakes up at the same time.
Yeah.
So if I take a shower at like 6, it's cold water. Which is usually fine because I take cold showers anyway.
I mean, you should. Yeah, it's good for you.
I like taking cold showers. I'm a weird fucking dude.
It is good for you, though.
Is it really?
Yeah, you're supposed to do it until you're supposed to have it as cold as you can until you're like trying to fucking stay conscious. You basically have to get it as cold as you can until you're almost unconscious and then shut it off. It's good. It's good shock for your body.
It wakes you up fast as shit.
It definitely does.
And it kills your hangovers so fast.
Well, what do they take ice baths for? You know?
For pain management.
Yeah. That's what you need to do. Just you're never going to be hurt if you always take cold showers.
Actually, I probably should be taking cold showers because I fucked up my back.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
So I was sick for 4 days, so I was just in bed for 4 days straight, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Just take the cold
after
ones.
D&D Friday, I went to bed, my back was killing me, and then I woke up and I was sick as fuck. Was in bed all day Saturday, all day Sunday, worked Monday, and then was in bed all day today until like about
7.
no, probably
5:30.
No. I
4.
got up at like 8. Took a shower, took 2 a leave. I was like, all right, I'm good. My problem is I have to sleep with the fan on, but I get so congested.
I think the problem is you take showers too early.
Probably
Or too
that
late.
too.
Too late is the issue. Because I used to take them like right before bed when I was a kid. And that was
Yeah.
cool though, because I liked taking a shower and then getting into my PJs. And then going straight to sleep. And then you don't have to worry about your shower the next day.
I know, I did that in high school. I would take showers at like fucking 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
Then I'd wake up and I was actually kind of scummy in high school because I would sleep in the clothes I was wearing to school the next day. So, and my bus stop was right
See,
outside
I
my
don't
house.
like that because when I wake up, I feel like dirty immediately.
Yeah.
So like I have to take a shower when I
It was
get up.
fucked up. I would sleep in jeans and shit. I would sleep in like
Yeah,
jeans and
that's
a
how
polo.
you're not supposed to do that. It's not comfortable.
That's weird. If you can sleep in casual clothes, you're a fucking weird person.
I mean, I could, but I just don't.
think you could fall asleep in dress clothes, like a suit.
As long as I'm not on my back, because I can't fall asleep on my back. I can fall asleep any other way, just not on my back. If I'm on my back,
Yeah.
I will lay there for fucking
If
7 hours.
if I fall asleep on my
Conscious.
back, I usually get sleep paralysis
Yeah.
and I hallucinate. And
Well, what happens is like I start falling asleep and I realize that I'm not the way I'm supposed to be sleeping, and I jolt myself awake. My body's like, no, you can't. This isn't how we do this.
You ever get that exploding head syndrome thing where you're about to fall asleep and you hear a loud noise in your head?
No.
Oh.
But yeah, what? No, I don't have.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing.
I don't have exploding.
It's like
noises in
an
my head, though.
anxiety disorder. It's like if you're anxious about going to sleep, your body won't let you go to sleep until you're not anxious anymore, which is fucking retarded.
Yeah, that definitely happens.
Yeah,
the thing is like when you know you have to get up for something, that's the hardest time to go to sleep because you're thinking like, oh shit, if I go to bed right now, I get 7 hours of sleep. Oh shit, if I go to bed and it's been another half hour. If I go to bed right now,
That's
I'll
the
get
worst.
6.5
That's
hours.
That's literally the worst.
And then because you're constantly thinking about it, there's no way
Like
you're falling.
if I have a vacation from work, the night unless I take like a fucking Benadryl, I'm
Yeah.
not sleeping.
I actually counted sheep one time. It didn't work.
You're actually supposed to count backwards. Did you know that?
Count the sheep backwards. How do you know how many to start at?
I don't know. You just think of like 300 sheep.
All right, so there's 300 sheep there right now.
And then you count them down.
And then where do they go, though?
The grain silo. You do pigeons. That video wasn't on the show, was it?
No.
We mentioned it like 3 or 4 times. So I was watching.
The sheep just walk into a fan, like a giant fan. And it's like...
like the big misting fans.
$2.99? $2.98?
like the big mister fans they use on the sideline.
$2.97? That shit would put me to sleep.
This one. Oh shit! I fucking de-linked again. So I was watching Oni Plays, and they were talking about this video about sheep getting sucked into a grain grinder, and it's hilarious because pigeons, because pigeons are so stupid. But we were also talking earlier, like imagine being a pigeon. They said this on the podcast too, or on the Oni Plays. You're a pigeon. Your entire life has been just eat seeds, and these pigeons are in a place where seeds are. And that one just flies into it. Like, what the fuck? It's so fucking great. It's so good. Look at this. Oh, dun 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 dun. They're just like, oh shit, we're eating grain and shit. Just like,
You would think they would recognize that they're falling into the thing, you know?
No, dude, they're just fucking eating the grains and shit. These sheep are crazy, or these pigeons are crazy.
These fucking sheep.
That one
just nosedived.
That's a fucking double team. That's a double kill right there. Fucking flapping their wings and shit. That one gets away, but then
Zip.
Oh shit, what's down here? More grain? Oh hey, where do you go? Hey,
I think they're trying to. That one gets fucking murked, broken back.
Wait,
immediately.
yeah, you're done. Oh, and
that one was smart.
That one gets away.
See, that one knows what he's doing.
Yeah, this one's just like, oh hey, oh wait, hang on, let's just hang out around this pit of death.
Yeah, like aren't they wondering like
where the rest of the pigeons are going?
Yeah,
maybe they're like, hey, there's more grain down here, which they're not wrong.
There definitely is more.
I fucking love it though. It's
like oddly satisfying. Like how they just disappear.
That one, what? No, that one was fucking hilarious in the end.
The one in the end is the best one.
That one just slides right in like he's on a toboggan.
Yeah, he's the finale, dude. He knows what he's doing.
Right there in the corner.
Yeah, he's about to like, meet his doom.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there he is. He came in from...
Bloop.
Yep.
Dude,
he did, dude. He knows that.
Fucking Olympian, dude.
Yeah, it's they're not that smart.
No.
I mean, it's weird because if they were a little bit smarter, they'd rule the skies.
Because there's so many of them. There are so many pigeons.
They already do rule the skies, I guess.
Like if every pigeon was like Pigeon from Mike Tyson Mysteries, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, I feel like birds are just fucking... I mean, they have to have ways of communicating. They actually kind of seem complicated, like the way they talk.
Birds are actually really smart. Crows, at least. Crows and ravens.
Like there's certain like songs that they can sing. They have certain songs that mean things. You know, like they're singing Johnny Cash tunes and like to each other. You know,
they're just like.
I've definitely heard that one. I've heard him do that one. Yeah, so there's certain ones that are actually super complicated.
I think it's crows. Crows are actually some of the smartest animals on Earth. Like they hold grudges.
They're all so fucking weird.
Like
flying south for the winter and shit. Like knowing all that shit. Like
butterflies
migrating.
do that shit. And when monarch butterflies do that shit, it freaks me out.
And they all fly in formation.
Yeah.
It's like, how do they communicate that thing? They're like, hey, you go here, you go here, you go here.
I think they just know. I think they just know.
Yeah, they have to just know. They're like, you know what a V is? Yeah.
I got it.
We'll do that. I'll be the head of the V though. So, like, how do they decide who the fucking head of the V is?
See, I think birds would be scarier if they flew.
It's almost more of a check mark because there's always a couple that are missing.
Yeah, that are in the grain silo.
Yeah.
What if they did a W? That'd be terrifying. Or all the letters, like unknowns.
They like spell out words and shit. Like, fuck.
If you could train birds to do that shit instead of getting banners, your company would skyrocket.
Yeah. I mean, when people train birds, they usually just teach them how to swear.
Yeah.
That's the most they do.
Like, fuck the Goodyear blimp. Let's get the Goodyear crows. Have them fly in formation.
The Goodyear Hindenburg.
Set all the birds on fire. Oh, what time are we at? Because I have to pee.
49. So.
All right, I'm gonna go pee.
All right, do you want to wrap it up or nah?
Might as well. What else do we have to talk about?
I don't know. We were getting into birds pretty deep. But I don't know that much more about birds. You know, I'm not very well versed in birds. Is what I'm trying to say.
No, me neither.
I think if there's a bird expert out there listening, he probably knows a lot more than me because he's an expert at it. I'm not an expert. I'm a novice bird fan.
Yeah, I'm definitely like a yellow belt with bird knowledge.
Yeah, like I'm still in the green. I'm a greenhorn. All right, that is it. I think we got one next week, and then we're gonna be off the week after because Christmas is that week, so that's our Christmas podcast vacation. So we'll see you guys next week, and that's it. Clear Shots is available on any of your favorite podcast platforms. ClearShotsPodcast.com is the best place to find all of our social media links. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time.